Hello, hello everyone, and welcome to stream! I'm alive. Again. I have been resurrected, specifically for stream, and then I will be brought back to the cryo chamber, the cryostasis chamber once stream is over. Hello everybody, welcome in, welcome to stream, welcome in. How are we doing today? I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all doing epic. How's the vibe been? How's your week? Has the past couple weeks been for y'all? Have you been vibing? Hello, hello. We like being alive. True. We like living. I'm EP yummy too. Just like Walt Disney. You're right. Knitting and vibing. I kind of want to learn how to knit. My best friend has been crocheting a lot, and I'm like, okay, so if they've been crocheting, I'm like, if they crochet, I knit, that's pretty cool. That'd be pretty sick. I have art block right now. I hate that for you. I hope you'll get better. Hope you feel better eventually. Thank you. Craft buddies, so true. As the stream title says, today we were going to be talking about harsh lighting, which is a funny topic because it's another one of those ones where it's like, you know how to do this, then you know how to do it. Don't worry about it. So that'll be fun. But also means that the lesson portion for today is going to be pretty short. But no worries about that. That means we get to chat more, and you guys get to watch me do this funny little painting technique that I've started picking up lately. How have I been? I'm alright. I'm alive. I was taken out of the cryostasis chamber. Knitting is so fun. Okay. I know that it'll hurt my wallet. That's the problem. So, I'm very like, but maybe one day. But alright. Before we begin, I'd like to thank our sponsors for this stream, XP Pen, who have an awesome selection of digital art tablets for both beginner and advanced artists. So if you're looking for an affordable and reliable digital tablet, go browse their store. You'll find the link in the description of this video. Thank you, XP Pen, once again, for sponsoring this stream. And if you didn't know, our mission here at Wing Canvas is to make art education easily accessible to everyone, so join us for free live stream lessons every week, because we're not just a YouTube channel, we are an online school of illustration, helping art nerds turn their passion into income. If you're an art nerd, be sure to check the links to our Discord, where you can find our notes and artwork from streams, as well as art challenges and other resources to help you improve your art. I also want to personally thank our incredible Patreon and YouTube members for supporting our mission. YouTube members can chat with instructors and see video drafts before they are released, and Patreon members can level up their artwork with classes, Q&A and live critiques, and personal support, like draw-overs from instructors. Cool and epic. And one more thing, before we get into the demo for today, we have submissions. We've got art submissions. It's a new year. We got new themes going on. Oh, I hope you can see that fine. It looks a little crunchy on my end, but I hope it looks okay to you guys. We've got our art submissions going on this time around. Again, new year, new time, new thing. Right? And this time, our theme is juxtaposition. Whoa! A poll is going on. Yo, mods can set polls? That's pretty sick. But yes, the theme for this month is juxtaposition. So if you would like to submit something for a chance to be featured at the beginning of stream, !Discord, you'll be able to pop in and submit your work. And we'll get to take a look. And again, January's theme is juxtaposition. So it is contrast, heavy contrast within whatever piece you're working with, whether it be physical contrast or it be contrast through symbolism, whatever it is that you're kind of feeling. This first piece by Chi Flame, our lovely returning Chi Flame, who's here I feel like every month, and this time I got to take their piece. I was like, it's me this time. I get to take this one. Chi Flame submitted this month. Beautiful stuff. We've been dealing with a lot of dragons in D&D lately, my D&D campaign, so I'm a sucker for dragons. And of course, this piece is beautifully done. Love this composition, love these characters, wonderful rendering as always. Thank you so much for submitting. Next piece is by Spark. Spark in the Discord. We love some lino. We love some print. We love some block printing. I love block printing. I think it's really, really fun. So really cool that they got to do some block printing as well. We love a good, block printing is so funny because it's like 99% of it is like carving, and then it takes like 5 minutes to actually print it onto the piece of paper. So it's like, you're like, all right, it's like I've sat down, I've spent days carving out this piece. Now I actually get to see what it looks like on the page. So printing is so fun. But this turned out really well. Thank you so much for submitting. Last but not least, we've got Zipporah. Zipporah. I love this one. This one's so cool. I love the size, like the juxtaposition with size and the different colors used here. This one's really, really cool. I'm loving the look of this one. The composition's super cool. You got a lot of good leading lines going on here. Got a lot of good everything going on. What eye candy. What a visual, like, what a visual feast. What a triple tiered cake of a piece. This one's gorgeous. Thank you so much for submitting. And thank you to all three of you for submitting for this month's theme. And to everybody else who has already submitted that will perhaps maybe be chosen by other streamers. And if you continue to submit through this month, you know, submit your work. Let us take a look at what you're doing. And perhaps you will be featured at the beginning of streams. All right. Beautiful, excellent, wonderful. How can I submit my work? !Discord. There is a section in the Discord where you will be able to submit your work. I believe it's just called Art Submissions. You submit your work, and then there's a chance that you will be featured in a later stream. Oh, it's still that. Why? Hang on. Let's. Okay. All right. Yeah, no problem. Like I mentioned, this one's like not gonna take long. I think it'll be really easy to do a lesson on this one. Happy New Year to you as well. Alright. Harsh lighting. Do you know how to do regular lighting? Then you know how to do harsh lighting as well. Not even a joke. Harsh lighting is fun. It's it's not a difference in terms of like placement. It's not a difference in terms of technique. It's not a, it is exactly the same as regular lighting. Like if you're like, oh, I know where my light source is, so I know that things are going to be affected by the light because the light source is right there. You got it. That's it. You genuinely got it. I'm going to end this poll. We're going to end the poll. Yippee! Right? So, if you know how to do regular lighting, you know how to do harsh lighting as well. The placement, the idea behind placement, exactly the same. The idea behind, you know, where things are supposed to go, the idea behind, you know, everything like that, it is the exact same. There is no difference in terms of technique. The difference between harsh lighting and regular lighting, right, is that harsh lights will drown out local value and hue. You know when, like, people are like, oh, it's like when you put down your lights, you gotta make sure that, like, your light temperature will, like, add a hue to the color, the local value. Which, by the way, if you don't know what local value is, don't know what local value, don't know what local hue is, it is what color and what value your colors are. Hang on, my mic is really loud. Let me turn that down. It's what color your values are and your regular colors are without any lighting applied. So it's like if you start with, again, like, if we have, like, Kibi. If we have Kibi, and then we decide to put Kibi in shadow, then Kibi will look like this, right? It'll look a little more purple, and then it's like we put him in yellow lighting, and then he'll look a little bit more like that, right? So this is what color Kibi is with, like, lighting applied, but his local value is this. His local value and his local hue is this. So it's the colors without any lighting applied. With lighting, he looks like this, but without it looks like that. And that's what local value is, right? So harsh lights will drown out local value and hue. If you have some kind of local value, which you will always have some kind of local value, if you have local value and hue, and you decide, oh, I'm going to put this in harsh lighting, the harsh lights are going to drown out that local value. The thing that your base colors will suddenly no longer be applicable somehow, right? So again, if we have, like, Kibi, and we're going to put him in, like, mostly shadow, right? We're going to put him in shading like this, right? And then let's say that he's got, like, some really, really harsh, like edge lighting or something, right? Let's say that there's, like, a really, really bright edge light onto him, right? So that light is going to drown out the local value no matter what, right? If we are dealing with really, really harsh lighting drowns out that local value, and you kind of get taken over by the lights that are there, right? And you can add, like, a little bit of, like, subsurface if you want to. That makes it look really cool, right? But this is harsh lighting. There's a lot less blending that goes on, and your harsh lights will drown out any local value and hue, right? One more time, and I can do the same thing with, like, neon lights. If we've got, like, a bright cyan, right, and these are really, really harsh colors, it's gonna drown out his local value, right? We're gonna get these really, really harsh blues, and then maybe we have some really, really harsh reds as our bounce as well, right? The difference between regular lighting versus, like, regular sort of lighting versus harsh lighting is that harsh lighting will drown out that local value and hue, and less blending happens. You're going to have a lot more blocks of light. You're going to have a lot more blocks of color by comparison to, you know, maybe softer sort of lights blending in, a little bit more transitional lighting. You're not going to have a lot of that. It's going to be a lot of just big blocks, big swaths of color. It looks really harsh and it looks really cool. Right? But if you know how to do regular lighting, you know where your lights are supposed to go. You figure out your light source, you put them down, easy peasy. The only difference is just how you put it onto the figure itself. No difference. No huge difference. And that's it. That's the entire lesson. I'm not even kidding. That is genuinely it. We're That's the whole thing. Because guess what? It's really not too difficult, I don't think. It's pretty easy. It's a pretty easy concept to sort of get your noggin around. I'm gonna do something that sucks, but... No, don't clip it. Release the clipping mask. I'm gonna do this because I am lazy. Yeah. And then we're just gonna do this. Merge layers. Beautiful. So these ones are labeled as harsh and regular. Right? So it is less worrying about local value. It's more like, yep, there's these really intense lights and they're gonna block out your shadow a lot. Right? Nice and easy, super simple, right? Yeah, I don't think of regular harsh lighting, I just think of lighting, decide whether I want harsh or not. Yeah, like, deciding how you want your scene to be lit is, like, part of the initial planning stage anyway, so it's, like, that kind of vibe in that way. Hi, Vin. Nice and simple. Easy peasy, easy peasy. Alright? Hope y'all got that. Hope you're all down for that. Fantastic, wonderful. Alright? I've actually already sketched out something for this lesson. Sorry. I painted something really fast yesterday, and I was like, how'd I do that? And I was like, I painted something in, like, oh god, it was like 2 hours. Start to finish. Like, and it was like 4 layers maximum. And one of them was just my initial sketch, and then the next one was, like, a cleaner version of the sketch, and then 1 full layer for all of my shadows and color and everything, and then 1 more on top of everything just to do extra cleanup. Only 4? Yeah. Yeah, here, I'll show y'all. It was this one. Right? I'm not even joking. Like, this last layer I don't count because it's just my signature in the corner, but yeah, cleanup, this one, and then an initial sketch. And that's genuinely it. That's my entire layers, that was it. And I was like, I finished working on it, I stared at it for a second, I was like, how'd I do that? I was like, these painters, they're onto something with this straight ahead way of painting. I'm like, usually I render on, like, 1 layer, but, like, I usually, like, I'll have a few layers just to, like, plan out where my shadows are gonna go. This one was just completely straight ahead. It was a really traditional artist way of working. And I was like, that was fun. Let's do it again. So that's what I'm doing this stream. I've already planned out a composition. I've already sketched something out. So I'm just gonna do that again because it was fun. From a business efficiency perspective, are less layers more preferable? No. From a business standpoint, no, not at all. If you are working in a team, you usually want more layers. Me, though, I like working with less layers specifically because it takes up less file space. And, like, I am very much, like, I prioritize file space a lot of the time. So I'm like, I will always try and make the, what do you call it? I'll always try and make my files really efficient. And in this case, making them super efficient is less layers. Jessie's traditional phase. Who's logged into the actual account? I also don't have I didn't have a traditional phase. Excuse you. I've never stopped doing traditional artwork. I do traditional artwork all the time. It's always Kevin. I mean, use a lot sometimes because I want high editing options. Yeah, 100%. No, lots of people use a lot of layers. I've always been like a person who deals with efficiency, and I'm like, the most efficient way for me to work is less layers. I'm like, I will figure out how to have as few layers as possible. But sometimes things, like, they require a lot of layers. Like comics. Comics require so many layers, dude. It's not even funny. Hi, Frey, welcome in. It is, I had an urge. Drawing a Pierce for, thank you. Oh yeah, the poll that won, it was cyan and red. So you guys are getting cyan and red harsh lighting today. I love me my neons. We're working with neons today. You never see Kevin and the Wing Canvas account in the same room together. LOL. It's good to know, because I always thought that using a lot of layers might be an issue. Yay. No, it's super common. It's super, super common. I just don't like using a lot of layers. Like, that's just me. Like, that's exclusively a me thing. Watch this. And it makes it so fast, dude. It's such a fast way to work. It's like all I'm doing right now is kind of blocking out where I want my main lights to be hitting right now. In this case, I am thinking about local value just a smidge. But that's genuinely only because, like, sometimes that's kind of what you need. Then there's cyan as well. So I need a bit extra on this side too. Because we are dealing with this kind of dual amounts. This actually should be darker. I'm thinking about it. Like, this should probably be more like that. Use like 70 to 80 layers on average. Oy! I could never. That's too much. It ends up being, you know what's a great thing about, like, this as well? If it ends up being like, I actually don't like how this is looking, I just erase it, and we pretend that nothing happened. And that's the best part. Yeah, big problem with this is that it's like, hang on, we're restarting. We're trying again. We're restarting. We're trying again. Because I can do that. How would harsh lighting work with 3 or more harsh lights? Is that not possible? How would you light a normal piece with 3 or more lights? It works exactly the same. I was not kidding. I was literally like, I made the joke. I'm like, you know how to make light? You know how to light a normal piece? Then you know how to light something with harsh lighting. I'm not even kidding. It is the exact same. It's genuinely the exact same. The only thing is that the light behaves a little differently. And when I say like the light behaves a little differently, it is genuinely like, oh, it's like sometimes it'll be like a little bit, it's like it might be a little bit harder to, it's like your local values will not really change that much. Your what do you call it? Yeah, your local values will be altered like crazy because the harsh lighting will just take it over. Like there's no difference. Like it's like, how would you light a piece that is using regular lights, regular lighting that is like 3 lights or more, and it is the exact same with harsh lighting. It's like the difference is that the harsh light will like take over the piece essentially. But it's really not that different. Don't like using more than 5 to 6 layers. Sure. There's lots of people decide to approach like digital art differently. In my opinion, there's no right or wrong way. Like if you are working digitally, everybody has a different process. Obviously, there are ways that they might force you to work in if you're working in like a pipeline of some kind, especially if you're working in like a team. Like there will be certain file like naming conventions you'll need to do. There will be certain layer conventions that you'll need to incorporate into your work, right? It depends on what you're working for, but if you're just working for yourself, like, yeah, 100%, who cares? Do whatever the heck you want. Like, I work for several jobs, and it's like how I work with my layers changes, right? Depending on what I'm doing. Paint over something 76 times or I'll delete it. Yeah, that's real. I'm usually like, oh, I don't like this. Okay, we restart. And I love it. It scares people sometimes. They're like, oh, why is it gone? And I'm like, because I didn't like it. I'm not very sentimental when it comes to like restarting. I'm very like, yep, I don't like it. We're restarting. We're trying again. Love hearing other artists' workflow. Yeah, 100%. Same. I enjoy it. I think it's fun to hear. It's actually, no, not too pink. That might. Hello. See, I don't like that, but technically that's realistic. Like, technically that's how that that would work. Because it's like well, not really. It would be kind of like that, and then it's like but I don't love that. Even though that's how that would look. Like, it's like oh yeah, it's because it's underlit. Well, I mean, I could do my agony, my pain. We can make sacrifices. I have a problem wanting to keep the progress I have and just try and fix, but I'm starting to be more go with the flow and starting over. Yeah. If it don't look good, then it don't look good. If you try polishing a pile of poop, at the end of the day, you're still gonna have a pile of poop. That's what my dad says. What marine animal should you paper mache next? I'm thinking you go for the sheep's head fish. Don't know what that is? Google it. You'll thank me later. It's not really good either. Hang on. What a funky, like, thing I'm trying to do here. I'm so indecisive with where these lights are coming from right now. Apologies. I keep on, like, restarting parts of this because I'm like, I can't figure out where I actually want lights to go. See, this is why I did the sketch beforehand, so I could give myself as much time as possible. Or else I'd be, like, deciding the sketch too. Why does it have teeth? Why? You have teeth? The fish are allowed to have teeth too. Clicks of your pen make my brain happy. I'm glad. People seem to like that, yeah, the sound of the tablet pen. It's funny. Just doing here is just I'm distracting myself and trying to just draw other aspects of the lighting before I inevitably have to move on. Technically what I'm working with here, again, like a half, kind of like that. Oh, there we go. That actually doesn't look that bad. We'll keep that like that. The geometry of the face is really, it really helps with, like, being able to, like, cut out parts of the face, you know? Cut out and make the lighting, like, a lot nicer looking. Made cookies yesterday and they're pitch black, but they taste good. Oh, you know what? If they taste good, that's what's important, right? Like, I suppose. You know what, let's try from... Let's try this side. Why not? Sure, I'll go with that. Why not? So this one is not as successful as yesterday's was, but that's okay. I can live with that. That just means there's still something that I'm not quite getting, but that's okay. We learn, we get better. Always been in love with the harsh mix with the soft blending. Uses so much, gives so much shape. Yeah, 100%. I love the vibe of like harsh lighting mixed with soft lighting. It's just like you're right, it gives shape, it gives body. Like it's like I'll never pick between the two because it's like you need both, bro. And it makes everything look so good. Apologies that I keep going quiet. I'm like... This one specifically is kind of tripping me up. I'm like, oh boy. Colors remind me of a rave. Yeah, man, that's the vibe. That's what we want. This actually makes some sense. We'll get rid of this. Because I'm like... looking at it again and I'm like, actually, this doesn't make sense. Because if it's coming from down there, then this is not happening. It'll actually be like... yeah, because it would be a little bit darker around here. Not this dark, but darker. This would actually be... if I'm coloring it like that, technically, we want it lighter there. Technically. You found the angle, I'm trying! Oh yeah! Art roasts! Coming back. Sorry, I'm dying. Art roasts are coming back. I've apparently got one on like the 31st. So we are... make sure you submit your stuff to get roasted. I'll be roasting your work. I'll be telling you if you're good or bad. We'll be releasing the rage. So submit if you've got something you want me to take a look at. This is so like, hang on, I should have done it this way. I realize what I've done, and that's my bad. Maybe watch a tutorial on how to send people Google links. True! Kevin, not a joke. Not a joke! Yeah, please make sure it is set to public or I can't see it and I will skip you. It is not that hard to make a Google file that is shareable. There's a big blue button that says share. It's not that hard. It really isn't. And please read the text that's on the screen. Some people are like, but I clicked the share button. Did you read that it shares to everybody? Did you read that? It's not that hard. Not that hard, friends. It's really not. I cannot stress this enough. It's not hard. Please. I don't like this. I know technically that that's correct, but I don't care. I'm getting rid of it. I don't like how it looks. It just does not spark joy, and I choose to not see. For digital artists, you reflectively wipe away non-existent erasure shavings or try to zoom in on paper. I have, after I've worked traditionally for a while, I have instinctively tried to brush away things on the screen. Like, I have instinctively done that before, and I've been like, oh shoot. But I have never tried to zoom in on paper. Surprisingly. Like, I guess to be fair, I don't really zoom in that much when I'm painting, so it's like, it's not really an instinctual thing anyway. But, like, I'm not too much of a zoomy person. Yeah, I should have done this to begin with. Change the local value for the shadows so then the lighting looks better. Ugh. I'm struggling. I never usually struggle with neon lights. It's just the fact that I'm using this different method to work with it, and I'm like... my brain has not found the perfect groove for this yet. So I am still like, what's going on? This is what I get for trying to work with a different technique for a stream. Bold move on my part, I think. Sometimes I wonder if art was food, what would it taste like? Or I'm just hungry. That's common. Apparently it's a thing where artists are like, I want to eat your work. And I'm like, I have never been that. I've never said that before. But I've had several people tell me that they would eat my work. Actually, no, that doesn't make sense. If this is like this, then that... There we go. We're getting there, y'all. We're getting there, slowly but surely. I'm figuring this out. Slowly but surely. Again, I apologize if I'm very quiet. I'm so, like, I'm losing it right now. I'm way quieter than I normally am / should be. It's what I get. It's what I get for trying to do a new thing on a stream. Bold move on my part. It's like this was not a smart move, but here we are. Remember being told that if my art was a drink or food, it would be a shake with chia seeds. Makes sense. The doodles I draw do look like it would have a lot of seeds in it. I was told that my work would taste like cotton candy once. I remember I was told that. That's the only specific one that I can remember, was cotton candy. I think one of my students told me that, exclamation point, classes. I think one of my students said that. Reminds me of a fruit smoothie and or crepes. I'll take crepes. I don't really like fruit, so. Why are people so hungry? Bro, I'm hungry. I get it. Yeah, I'll live with it. I'm like looking at it and I'm like, I don't really like this one, but it's okay. I'll survive. Not the worst thing in the world. The color combination makes me think of watermelon Jolly Ranchers, you know? Fair enough. I just really like cyanide red. It's like, it's my favorite combination for neon colors. It's Like, I love working with cyan and red. I think they look really, really good together. And I'm like, it's like they're complementary colors. They look great. Me right now, I just can't figure it out. What would be a complementary color for magenta? Oh. Magenta? Like green. Like a minty green. Kinda. It depends what wheel you're thinking of. Like in this wheel, yeah, like a green. But like if you're thinking like a different wheel, that's different. Like a minty green. Sounds like the morning meal of an amusement park worker. What do you mean different wheel? Different color wheel? What color wheel are you working on? Are you working on red, yellow, blue? Are you working on CMY, cyan, magenta, yellow? Are you working on RGB, red, green, blue? Which, by the way, all digital artists, you should be working with RGB. Traditional artists, you have more of a choice. But I will judge you if you use something that isn't CMY. Yeah, RGB, if it's magenta, then the opposite is gonna be like a green. Oh yeah, we have a video on that. I never remember anything that I've done ever, so I appreciate you, Joe. Like, some people, I think, will tell me, they'll be like, this is my favorite video from you, and I'm like, shoot, I don't remember that one. Like, unironically, I'll be like, oh god, I don't remember what video that is. And I'll feel a little bad. And I'll be like, oh, thanks. Shadow from the hair. Because I think that looks good. Yes, because that's like that. This would actually be a little bit more like that. Yeah. Because this is more, yeah. It's not really facing the light as directly. This back here would be darker. This also needs to be darker. Okay. Cool. Ugh. I'll live with that, sure. Any video about anatomy on wing canvas is great along with everything else. I appreciate that. I think any video of mine specifically that's like older than like 2 years, I'm like, because I'm like, what did I say? It's probably wrong. So pretty, thank you. I'm struggling. I don't love it that much, but I'll live. I'll deal with my choices. I'm like, I don't love this one, but I'll survive. And now what's left to do is one more layer. Just for cleanup and whatnot. Yeah, old, ancient. We learn and we go, and it's all good. It's true. We learn and we grow. Sometimes, like, it's really common when you're not happy with your old work, and like, that's cool. Another layer? Whoa, I know. 3 layers, guys. Pretty crazy. My favorite of the instructors is me. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's okay. Joe is not an instructor. Joe is one of our lovely mods. Yeah, I appreciate that, though. It's funny to hear everybody's favorites, because everybody's got a different favorite. I think that's funny. My old work is atrocious. Makes me proud of where I am now. 1000%. I think the reason why the wing canvas work hurts me more is because people are using those as tutorials. And it's like, sometimes it'll be like, oh, it's like, I remember you saying this on this video. And then me now, I'm like, I don't agree with that anymore. And I'm like, oh shoot, you don't listen to that. No. Young me didn't know what she was talking about. Don't listen to her. Like, especially on some of those animal anatomy videos, I'm like, oh, no, don't listen to her. I'll never pick sides. Old sketchbook swelling moves tutorials. That's funny. I said it to Flighty Feathers. I said it to them today. I was like, it's like, can you believe I actually don't watch art YouTubers? I never have. I'm like, I think even when I was younger, I didn't really watch art tutorials. I never did. I kind of just figured it out. It was just a thing where I'm like, yep. I was just pretty damn good at observing, and I figured it out from there, and I was like, alright, cool. Like, to this day, I don't really watch art YouTubers. I kind of just figure it out. Oh, just the feeling of carving out parts of the face. It's so nice, dude. So satisfying. Trying to redraw an old lighting from class. Nice. You recommend not watching art YouTubers, just figure it out ourselves? No, not really. Everybody learns differently. I recommend figuring out how you learn the best. I'm like, some people can't learn without an instructor, so they take classes. Like, that's okay. Some people learn by videos. Some people learn via, like, trial and error. Like, everybody, I think, learns a different way, and the thing that you need to figure out is what that way is. And that will be what informs you how you learn. That will be what informs you what steps you need to take to get better. And it's like, it's different for each person. I always feel a little bad with my classes, exclamation point classes. Like, sometimes I'll have a student and I will do my best to teach a lesson, but it'll be like, turns out that they don't really learn the way that I am trying to teach it. So I try and reword whatever the heck it is that I'm teaching, but it doesn't always work. And then they just end up more confused. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't. It's like, there's nothing more I can do. It always makes me feel a little sad. I'm like, sometimes there's just nothing I can do. I'm like, if that is not the way that you learn, then it's just not the way that you learn. You know? Do a combination of figuring stuff out, watching tutorials, and asking artists for advice. The most part I figure it out as I go, and I watch tutorials, ask for advice for specific things. I am very much a figure it out kind of person. I'm like, I can't draw this, I'll get references and look. And it'll make sense eventually. And it works. It usually works. I'm usually like, yep, I got it. It's like, there's no issues here anymore. Oh, that's fun. Sometimes I'll draw something I've never touched and figure it out immediately, just stare at it for a moment and real. One of my favorite and least favorite things being a professional artist. Hello, Crow! Hello, my love. Y'all, this is Pierce's player. Point at him. Scarecrow sketch, point at him. My favorite and least favorite things of being a professional artist. My favorite thing is definitely working with clients. I love working with clients. I love... Crow and Jet! I love working with clients. I love getting to chat with them. Like, especially, like, with commission work and whatnot. I'm immune to pointing, you're not. I love getting to work with clients and talking to them about, like, what they want me to do for them, and, like, what kind of work they're expecting from me, stuff like that. I love that kind of stuff. I love working with people. It's just a lot of fun. The least favorite part, is the isolation. Like, that's not even a joke. There's a couple of times where I've been asked, like, hey, it's like, you want to do a video that's, like, a day in the life of an illustrator? And I'm always like, that's gonna be the most boring video of all time. Like, it's like, when you are an illustrator, when you are an artist, you're sitting inside and you're drawing all the time. And that means that, like, you're kind of, if you're not in an office, if you're not working with other artists around you, you're alone. That's not even a joke. I am, like, my jobs, all of the things that I do, I'm an instructor for Wing Canvas. I am an art assistant for a fashion company. I work by commission. All of those jobs, like, I'm an illustrator in all of them. And here's the thing, I wouldn't trade it for anything. I love being an illustrator. But it's not for the faint of heart. Because you're gonna be inside for hours. Sorry, I just realized a whole section of this, the lighting was wrong. You're gonna be inside for hours. And you're gonna be sitting there alone while you focus on working for hours and hours a day. Yeah, the whole video would be I sat at my desk. No, genuinely. And it'll be like I sit there and I work. I wake up, I work at my PC, and I sit there for like 7 hours a day, and then I eat dinner and I go to bed. Like, that's not a joke. Like, that's kind of just what it is. And, like, if you're not in an office, if you're working on your own, I think, like, the idea of, like, being, like, oh, it's like you're an artist and you work from home, it's the most idealized thing ever. It's tough. It's hard. It's very, like, it's isolating. And you kind of have to learn to live with that. But yeah, no, that is probably the hardest thing about being an illustrator, is that it's quiet. Yeah, I wake up, I work, I eat, I watch my boyfriend play Skyrim, I go to bed. That's about it. Yeah, that's my life. Like, they told me, it's like, oh, it's like you should do a day where it's like you're out more of the day, and I'm like, that's a day where I'm not working. if I'm out and I'm about and I'm doing errands or something, I'm like, that's a day where I'm not working. That's a day where I get to go out. Most of the times I don't. And I'm kind of just at home. It's not healthy. I mean, it's the reality. It's a question of whether it's healthy or not. That's you know. But, yeah. I miss working in a space. I love it. People will be like, oh, it's like, must be so nice to work from home. I mean, sometimes it is. I miss having a classroom. I miss, being able to watch my students right in front of me. I do. Am I okay? I'm sick, actually. Just goes outside very normal amount. This is not a joke. I'm proud of him. She goes outside. She works inside. I appreciate you. No, I love going out though. I am an extrovert, so it's like sometimes I do want to like go outside more. What's my fave musical or movie? I'm so sorry. I'm not a musical person. My favorite movie of all time is Kubo and the Two Strings. That's my favorite American movie. My favorite just movie in general is Spirited Away. I think I've seen Spirited Away like 20 plus times. I have not the sickness. Yeah, I got sick again. Kubo. Kubo's so good. Kubo's genuinely so good. Visual eye candy. What a fun story. Gorgeous. Extrovert artist, you're a rare one. Yeah, I know, right? I love your movie takes. Thank you. I like Epic the Musical, specifically only Scylla's song, but it counts. Yeah, I really love Scylla. No, I genuinely, I have seen Spirited Away like 20 plus times. I have never gotten tired of it. I love that movie so much. What a treat. What a visual treat. I love that movie so much. What else? Spirited Away so good. Spirited Away so good. Mononoke, amazing. Amazing film. There are so few Ghibli films. I think there's only like one Ghibli film that I didn't like. And like the rest are like, they were either like, yeah, they were pretty okay, or like I just adore them. Like, it's like, Ghibli is amazing. Yeah, Ghibli's phenomenal. The Boy and the Heron was phenomenal. I've seen it maybe 3 times now. What a fantastic movie. Oh my god. I watched it in theaters when it came out. Amazing. Beautiful. Did you cry, Vin? Oh, Grave of the Fireflies. Oh, Earthsea was bad. Yeah, Tales from Earthsea was bad. That's the only bad Ghibli movie. Genuinely. Yes, I did. I knew it. Everybody cries everybody cries at that one. You're not alone. It's okay. Look at this. Wow. Isn't that fun? It's like I recognize where the lighting went wrong. Yeah, The Boy and the Heron was amazing. Loved that one. I really, really love Ponyo. Ponyo is so good. Ponyo was my very first Ghibli ever. It's so sad. Yeah, Grave of the Fireflies is so sad. Yeah, Ponyo was my very first Ghibli. I watched it when it was new. And then for a school assignment, we went to go watch The Secret World of Arrietty. I also love that one. Arrietty was an amazing movie. Yeah, my favorite movies are always Ghibli movies. They're just always Ghibli because I'm such a sucker for animation. You despise Grave of the Fireflies. No, I love Grave of the Fireflies so much. Ponyo, yes, I love Ponyo. Yeah, Boy and the Heron was so good in theaters, genuinely. Ugh, amazing. Oh, when Marnie was there, was so good. I love that one. I think the most recent Ghibli that I've seen that I watched for the first time, I think it was from Up on Poppy Hill. I watched that with Crow for Valentine's Day. From Up on Poppy Hill. That was a really good one. I liked it a lot. The background design, I'm such a every time I see like a movie and I really love how it looks, it's always the backgrounds. I'm always like, oh, God, I love backgrounds. It's like at some point during it, I will say that. But no, from Up on Poppy Hill is amazing. Really love that one. Howl's Moving Castle. Okay, Vin, you're gonna like this. When I was watching, I watched Howl's Moving Castle with Crow. And like I'd already seen it, obviously, we were just rewatching it. And we were watching it, and it's the beginning part where he like quote unquote meets Sophie, and like he tells her to like jump, and like they walk across the sky. And he like drops her off on the balcony, and he's like, "You're gonna be all right?" And she's like, "Yes, I'll be okay." And he's like, "That's my girl." Right? Crow and I both went at the same time. We were both like, so like, we were both like, all right, no. We're both like, we'd both fold. We agreed in that moment. I think, babe, we'd been dating for like 2 months at that point or something. We both agreed, like, we're watching it. It's like, yeah, we'd both fold for Howl. Listen, Christian Bale voicing Howl in the English version, not okay. So, like, you know what I mean? Oh my god. I'd fold 16 times. I'd fold like origami. I'd be a foldable chair, bro. Oh man. Sorry, I'm dying. I'd fold like origami. No, yeah. No, and actually, I think yeah. No, that's so real. Howl's such a loser. I love him so much. Ugh, what a great movie. Amazing movie. Those who in chat who have been saying they haven't seen Howl's Moving Castle, do it. Phenomenal movie, amazing soundtrack. It's very sweet. It's one of those movies I think you actually have to watch a couple times before like it clicks, I think is the best way I can describe it. Because I was a little confused the first time I watched it. Then again, the first time I watched it, I was very young, so it's like maybe it was just confusing because I was a kid. But as an adult, I'm like, yeah, no, amazing movie, phenomenal. I love loser men. Yeah, true, same. Sophie and Hal in the book are hilarious because they just seem like they hate each other. Yeah, apparently the book is super different. I've never read the book. People are like, the book is really, really good. It's super different from the Ghibli movie. And I'm like, I believe you. But I don't want my illusion of the Ghibli movie to break, so I haven't, like, read it. Spirited Away is my first Ghibli movie. Amazing movie. Like Spirited Away is genuinely my favorite one. The amount of things that Spirited Away inspired when I was a kid. Like, Spirited Away was a genuine, like, people joke, it's like it was a cultural shift. No, genuinely, Spirited Away was my cultural shift when I was a child. It was just the art direction, the aesthetic of it all. It changed me. I was so, like, it really, like, altered the way that I drew and the way that I concepted and the way that I thought about artwork. I think it was, I was gifted the Spirited Away art book by, I believe, my best friend. My god, amazing stuff. Best Ghiblis in a row: Mononoke, Howls, Spirited Away, Ponyo, Porco Rosso. Porco Rosso's amazing. Porco Rosso's so funny. Rather be a pig than a fascist. So true. Love that movie. Porco Rosso's really good. I think it's one of my favorite things about Ghibli movies. There was an interview with Miyazaki where he's talking about the women in his film. And he was saying, like, he will never make a damsel in distress movie. He will never make a story about a damsel in distress. It's like he wants to make every woman in his movies strong. And it's like, they might need a little help sometimes, but they will never rely on anybody. It'll always be that it's like, they might need a little help, but who doesn't, right? And it's like so his philosophy is always like, he wants to make the women in his movie really strong. And I think Porco Rosso is a phenomenal example of that. Amazing example of that. It's like his entire team of of engineers were women. It was great. It's such a good movie. Castle in the Sky, like the pirate leader is a woman. They called her mom or something. They called her mom or grandma or something. So good. Amazing. Sophie from Howl's Moving Castle. We love her. Again, never a damsel. She might need a little help, but she's never a damsel. I haven't watched a Ghibli movie in a while. The one I remember the most is Ponyo. Ponyo was amazing. Love Ponyo. Classic. Such a good movie. Again, my very first Ghibli. It was Ponyo. I watched it in English when I was a child. So good. So dang good. My dad really likes Ponyo. Eli said we don't judge. I've never seen Ponyo. Vin, you should watch Ponyo. I think you'd like it a lot. It's really, really cute. Ponyo was made during a period when Ghibli tried to make more kid-centered films. Which is not a detriment at all. I think that Ponyo was a really, really good, like... Ponyo was really good in that, so it's like, it's less serious than other Ghiblis are, but I think it shaped a generation, clearly. It was just really, really good. Great time. Highly recommend. I love Ponyo. Really, really good. Ponyo's visuals, like, this is a given. It's a Ghibli movie. Ponyo's visuals are unmatched. Beautiful work. So many, like, because it's themes of the ocean, right? So it's like you have all these beautiful, like, ocean visuals. Ugh. I love the water. I love ocean visuals. I love oceanic themes. It's just so good. Yeah, Ghibli food? Bro, okay, Spirited Away, I really want to eat whatever they were eating in the beginning of it. You know, like the strange, like, apparently one of them is like pork belly or something, or not pork belly, but it's like the belly of something. It was kind of like, oh god, almost like Asian haggis is the best way I could describe it, I think. But I want to eat it. I don't know, I want it. I don't know what it is, but I want it. You know? I was going to watch Ponyo, but I didn't give it a chance. You should! Ponyo is amazing. Ponyo is a phenomenal movie. So, so good. Ponyo is the prettiest Ghibli. I'm so afraid of the water, but I love watching Ponyo. Ponyo is so pretty. It is a beautiful movie. Visual eye candy. Ugh. There's a clip that I saw of, it was an orchestra for Joe Hisaishi, the guy who like composed most, if not like the majority of Ghibli's most iconic songs, like One Summer's Day from Spirited Away. the merry-go-round from Howl's Moving Castle, like those. Like he's the main composer, and it was like silent in this huge orchestral room, and then it's just like the first few like merry-go-round of life. Thank you. The first like few notes of One Summer's Day, and it's just like everybody in the room just like the gasp. Oh, I'm getting chills just thinking about it. Oh, amazing. Off topic, but kind of related. Crow and I are going to be going to see the How to Train Your Dragon Orchestra in March. That was one of my gifts to him was tickets to How to Train Your Dragon, the orchestra, where you'll get to watch the movie and listen to the soundtrack played by a live orchestra right in front of you. And I'm so excited. I love orchestras. I'm so like, oh, It's a Hot Dad and Ponyo. I have to watch it now. I think he's voiced by Mark Hamill, I think. Let me double check. Ponyo Dad voice actor English. Never mind. No, it's oh wait. No, the other dad, not him. Cuz I mean Liam Neeson voices like the main dad, quote unquote, but there's oh god. I don't remember his name. Hang on. Voice actors. English. Was it Matt Damon? Who did Matt Damon play? Ponyo. Voice actor. Matt Damon. Yeah! Oh, it's voiced by Matt Damon. Sorry. Yeah. Not Mark Hamill. No, Mark Hamill has voiced a bunch in Ghibli movies, but no, Mark Hamill is the one who voices the quote-unquote hot dad, I suppose. Oh, yeah, the Blue Heron and Boy and the Heron, that's Robert Pattinson. Yeah, that's Robert Pattinson. Mark Hamill is, the Pelican. Dave Bautista is the Parrot King. Christian Bale is the father in that one. Another Christian Bale. Oh god. Yeah, no, there's a lot of, like, I know that, I'm pretty sure, oh god, I forget his name. Yeah, there's a lot of really prolific actors in The Boy and the Heron. That cast lineup was nuts. I was like watching the cast go by and I'm like, what? So good. When in doubt, rake brush. You want to make something look better? Rake brush. Easy peasy. Just don't think about it. Rake brush. That's all you need. Oh, I love it. I love it. I always mix up Liam Neeson and Mark Hamill. I don't mix them up. I just forget who voices things. You're better at identifying voice actors, babe. I'm not. In my opinion, unless you're making electronic music, live instruments sound better than electronic ones. That's fair. I am an EDM fiend, so I love me a good electronic sounding thing. I am a rave heart. You need to clarify that. Yes, Johnny Test's dad voiced Mr. Fantastic in Marvel Rivals. You can't just say that he voiced regular Mr. Fantastic. He's a live action actor. I'm like, it's 4:25. I've done like a good chunk of I don't really know what else to do. I'm kind of like this is the problem. I think I'm done, but I don't know. I like a rough look to my paintings, so I'm like, especially if it's not like a main focal point, I'm like, I'm not gonna like alter it too heavily. Isn't that fun? Look at that. Wow. Yeah, especially with like more intense, like, I mean, I could like, just for fun. Yeah, cool. You're fast today, yeah. I think I had different plans for the background too, but then I just didn't feel like doing them. I'm like, yeah, we're okay. I kind of wanted to do bokeh lights, but I'm gonna refrain because I don't feel like it anymore. Well, I mean, I could like, I could like, can do that, and then we just, and just to give the illusion of it being farther away, well, let me like, actually gonna, yeah. We'll do that, because then what we can do, so I can do filter, blur, Gaussian blur, yeah. And if I just, yeah, make it a little less obvious. It's okay. It kind of makes it look like we've got a cityscape going on back there. Kind of like an implied city. Let me, hang on. Let's do this one more. Let's have a couple more going on back here. Just so it's not so like, yeah, and then filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Don't mind me, I apologize. Just give me a second. Cool, and then we can erase a little bit. See, they kind of look like reflections. Cool, yeah, we can go with that. Thank you for the $10 Jono Joe. Remember watching a behind the scenes on this, and the way you did the lights in the background is exactly how they did their backgrounds in Spider-Verse. Hey man, it's easy. If it works, it works, you know? Did you share the set? Like, I did. This one from yesterday. Exact same painting process. It, like, just a layer and then pray. Which, by the way, I've been really loving the look of, like, working with this kind of, like, mildly green lighting. I'm like, it's the color. I haven't really been working with a lot of greens lately. I've been working with a lot of, like, a layer then a prayer. That's it. That's genuinely it. That's it. What's that character's names? This is Selic, and this is Pierce. Selic, they're both Scarecrow Sketches characters, Crow in chat. They're both his characters. They're very different people, but Yeah, they're they're both his characters. Selleck is Crow's warlock. Pierce is Crow's ranger. D&D characters. They're all D&D characters. Who would have thought? Who would have guessed? Who would have thunk? You know? Grow in chat. Yeah. 2 boys who smoke. Yeah, 2 different kinds of smokers. One of them is significantly more. Selleck rubbed off on him too much. LOL. No, Pierce is like, he's a very light kind of. My latest 3 characters, Pierce and Selleck, are very similar, and then there's Hush. Hush is super different from these 2. Oh, my baby, Hush, she's just a little baby. Seeing Pierce evolve over the years has been an honor. That's so funny. Yeah, I guess the way that I draw Pierce has changed over the years. It's changed it a lot. That's funny. Wow, 2 paintings in 2 days. Good job, me. Yeah, I think we'll call that one. We've got 29 minutes left. You guys wanna... You want some doodles? We can doodle for a little bit. Because we've got half an hour remaining. I'm not starting another painting. That's not happening. Yeah, let's do some doodles. Let's do some doodles together. Sure, why not? Doodle Shadow in honor of the 3rd Sonic movie. I don't want to draw Shadow the Hedgehog. Shape language is languaging. You did 1 in 4 hours, 1 in 1.5. Like only this is not 4 hours. No. This was 2 hours. This is 2 hours. This is 2 hours. And then this one's an hour and a half. Just about. Ponyo's dead. I don't really know what I'll do. Just You know what, Vin? Did you know that as an artist, you also have the ability to draw your hot men? You can do it. You have that option. Sorry, I saw 1 request to draw corn, so that means that I'm gonna draw corn. I saw 1 singular request, and I'm like, that's it. That's the one to win. My Procreate gallery has a horrific amount of Silco. That's real. I saw 1 request for corn, so like. Oh, you guys want to see the lines for this page that I've been working on? I'm like... I like these. Crispy. Oh, I should have warned for spider, sorry. But there's crispy lines, bro. I'm loving these, like, crispy... Bro. Look how nice this ear looks, bro. These are good. I'm loving these lines. Lines are my life, bro. So I'm trying to get into a better, like, more comic-y way of working. Why is one of the P and G's named Father-Son Murder Time? Oh, Father-Son Bonding Murder. This was a scene that happened in our campaign. This is Pierce's normal colors, by the way. Pierce is green, but no, we discovered some things in a session. So this was an actual thing that happened in sesh. It was a good time. I'm excited. It's fun. Spiders are okay if it's a drawing. Fair enough, yeah. Is this a comic readable anywhere? Nope, not yet. I'm still working on it. So, I am currently just... I have the entire prologue sketched out. It just needs to be, like, finished. That's all. I don't like Corn being scary. Corn is scary. Corn's got a really high bonus to intimidation. Corn is like, has the ability to be scary. He was tweaking out a little bit last session. No, he's just a little boy. He's actually, well, he's short, but he's quite large, actually. No, Corn has the ability to be quite scary. He's a bit unnerving, I think, is the best way to put it. Most of the time he's not, though. Most of the time he's just sweet. He's just sweet. He's a very nice kid, but he has the ability to be a bit spooky. Core having a high intimidation is incredible. Oh yeah, no, it's one of his proficiencies for D&D people. Yeah, he's got proficiency in intimidation. It's a +6. He's got it wasn't like a focus at all. Like, it wasn't like a thing where I'm like, I want him to be like an intimidation build, but I did make sure that it was one of his higher stats. +6, yeah. You guys want to see Corn's D&D sheet? His character sheet? He's a level 15 character. But no, Corn's look at that HP, boy. Yeah. Do we love the -1 to intelligence? So funny. But yeah, intimidation +6. So he's got a high intimidation. Obviously his athletics is the highest one though, +11. But yeah, really high stealth, survival. Look at all these things, bro. Animal handling, athletics, insight, intimidation, nature, perception, stealth, and survival are his proficiencies. This weapon is crazy. I love the Frigid Battalion, bro. This is such a good... Ugh. I love this thing so much. But yeah, no, he's a... You can really tell which one of his stats is, like, the most important one. No, it's funny. +11 athletics, like, yeah, man. It's a good time. Yeah, the -1 intelligence saving throw. He's not a smart boy. It's okay. He does his best. But no, I made sure he had a really high perception and insight. I wanted him to be a little more insightful. But I can relate to Corn, yeah. I played D&D once. My character was a 7'6" dragonborn barbarian named Salem. I mean, Corn's a dragonborn barbarian, but he's 4'2". He's 4'2" in campaign. In the comic, he's 4'6", I think is what I put it. 4'6", 4'7". Or no, taller than that. I think I just had him just under 5 feet. I think he's like 4'10", 4'11", something like that. So he gets bigger. But 4'2", yeah, he's short. He's a little guy. Because he's not an adult. He's he's a kid. Corn's a baby. Well, he's a baby in spirit. I love people asking Corn nowadays. It's like, hey kid, how old are you? It's like, how old am I? That's a loaded question, dude. It's funny. I love answering that question so much. It's like, how old am I? That's a loaded question. Yeah, he's not physically a baby. His body is older than his brain is, but it's a loaded question. I love Corn's voice so much. Yeah, it's fun to do Corn's voice. It's a lot of fun. It's funny how, like, on instinct, Corn's voice is now. It's so, like, it's just an automatic, like, yep, I can shift into Corn's voice, and then I can go back to mine. It's really fast. Wait to find out how many people I murdered. No. You know what? Actually, no, he would say that. I think somebody asked him once. They were like, it's like, how are you so buff? And he's like, oh, I can answer that now. I was fed alchemical creations as a baby, and they put my mouth into a brace to make sure that my teeth were shaped a specific way. That's it. That's the real answer. Which I didn't write, by the way. That was my DM revealed that to me. Yeah, thank Trunks DBZ, genuinely. Why do you have high intimidation? He's cute, because he can be scary. He's a dragon. Those teeth. he's got big teeth. But normally he's really sweet. Normally he's like a really, really sweet guy. Oh, being cute does not mean you can't be intimidating. Y'all should have met Hush. Oh, Hush. I love Hush. I'll draw Hush in honor of Hush. His nubby tail. Yeah, that was it. It was just something that I brought up to my DM. I was like, can he have a tail? And my DM was like, technically no. And I was like, can he just have like a little useless tail? I was like, can he just have a little tail that's just kind of there and it's like not really like contributing anything? It's just there. And he was like, yeah, sure. And then it turned out to be a really big part of Korn's lore. You could draw a Renaissance painting cat next. Oh, you're so right. Medieval cat. Medieval cat. I mentioned this before, but I started listening to my first D&D podcast. Now I finally understand the stats. Let's go! Which one? That's important. If it's any of the other ones, if it's anything other than the one that I'm in, I'm kidding. I bet Evantress. Oh, what's left of us? I don't even know that one. He chose with his eyes open, 100-yard stare. I will draw after Hush. Do I remember how to draw Hush? Oh, no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I mean, I kind of remember how to draw Hush. Oh yeah, I remember how to draw Hush. Hee baby. I don't remember how to draw adult Hush. I only remember how to draw little Hush. He's just a little guy. This is another one of Crow's characters. This is Hush. He's just a silly little guy who's a little scary. Hush is an adult now. They finished that campaign, but he was baby. What was he? He was an Azamar. Azamar Rogue Sorcerer? Right? He's silly. Silly little guy. Azamar's just so cool. Yeah, he's silly. Hush was themed after a moth. Moths and cicadas. I I designed Hush too. He was... Hang on, I can find the original. Azamar Soul Knife Rogue Aberrant Mind Sorcerer. There it is. Yeah. So he was like a rogue sorcerer. Yeah. Where is Hush? There he is. Yeah. So this was Hush's initial concept. Yeah. His like cloak would open up. And it would make like a almost like a cicada-esque silhouette. He had like an eye motif as well. It was like eyes and bugs. So he was really cute. I liked Hush a lot. He's so silly, so little. And then his wings were also moth wings. He was very cute. Love Hush. Azamar clerics. Lots of people are Azamar clerics. That's pretty common. I know I'm boring. No, it's okay. Hey man, I played a Dragonborn Barbarian. That's okay. It's common. I mean, and you know what? I wasn't a Goliath Barbarian, but you know, it's still really common. Oh, Azamar Paladins are the most common? That makes sense. I mean, yeah, I suppose that makes sense. I don't... Well... Are you sure? I feel like I've seen more Azamar Clerics than Paladins. Azamar works a lot better with Paladin, because you get the I always might you as an Angel of Justice type B characters. I was thinking like with the Cleric, it's like an angel healer kind of type beat. I apparently know anything about the normal D&D races because I only played homebrew ones. That's real. I want to play, I want to try and play something new every time. So I'm trying to, really expand what it is that I play or that I've create. I think next I want to play a Thri-kreen. I might play a bug. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I got like 10 minutes left, yeah. Not too bad, not too bad. Corn reminds me of Stitch. I've heard that before. I think, the... Corn is actually based on a meme. Corn's design was based on the I would eat you for one corn chip meme. Or I would sell you for one corn chip. That's it. I would sell you for one corn chip. That was what his name was based on. And his design, because then I designed him off of a magpie. That's why he looks like that. Because he's meant to look like a magpie. I'm worth at least 2 corn chips. Yeah. Of his ears, yeah. Corn's ears, like, have changed over the course of me, like, playing him and drawing him. They became, like, more goat-like the more that I drew him. Yeah, Corn's brother just got big. Dragon. The last D&D character I played, a cardboard box with octopus arms named Biscuit. So they have no idea what the race is, but they're a child of Cthulhu, I see. You need the bunny. Scribs is a cat. This is Scribbles. This is another one of our D&D character party. Squibbles. I love Scribs. Scribs is so funny. So that's his +6 intimidation. It's part of it, yeah. Such a cute name. Yeah, Scribbles. Scribbles is our blade singer wizard tabaxi, which is a cat person. Scribbles is so funny. I love Scribs. He's got a kind of bunny-like design, though, yeah. Some people have said bunny, some people have said squirrel. It's genuinely just, like, the stylization of Scribs. Animal Crossing's your cat. Making up a way of opening H's extra high base card, yeah, it's funny. Okay, I love you too. Have fun, good luck. So they draw Quinn's Tabaxi. Said I would, but never got around to it. Yeah. For a second, I was like, Quinn's Tabaxi. I was like, Quinn's an Azamar. And I was like, oh! Quinn the person! He wants to probably go, yeah, I did! I said yippee! I replied! For context, Vin, Quinn, Quinn the person, I met after one of our party members, Quinn the Azamar, showed up. So I was like, I remember when they joined my class the first time, I was like, I said to Quinn, the character's player, I'm like, there's a person in my class named Quinn. And they were like, really? Yeah, so usually I clarify with my friends, I'm like, there's Quinn the character, and there's Quinn the person. Could you tell chat what Cubone can do now? Yeah. My partner's dog, Cubone, he can jump through my partner's arms now on command. So like my partner won't be like, this is how I draw my partner. They're like, it's like, all right, and jump. All right, and he'll hold out his hands, his arms, in like a circle. It'll be like he'll hold them out like this, and then Cubone can jump through. You can jump through his arms like that. It's cute. Is Kimbo named after the Pokemon? Yeah. My partner's a Pokemon streamer, so you named him after the Pokemon, yeah. But like a vertical jump into a basketball hoop, no. Where'd I get my cow headset from? Well, these are Logitech's. These are Logitech G733s. And then the ears are just attachments. Like, the ears are just, like, little things I got off of Etsy. Yeah. So, the headphones themselves are Logitech G733s. Logitech G733. Easy peasy. They're really nice headphones. I like them. Have that brand. Yeah! I like them. I like them a lot. I have a little Totodile plushie along with the Growlithe. I also have a Totodile plushie. My current favorite Pokemon plushie is my Pincurchin. My Pincurchin. I have, on my desk though, I have a Blitzel, a Zebstrika, a Venipede, and a Serperior. Can you guess what my favorite generation is? The cat ears and a Sprout. A lot of people get cat ears. I've seen the Sprout ones before though, yeah. The only ones I have. I've got lots. I've got, yeah, on my desk, I've got a Blissel, Zebstrika, Venipede, and a Serperior. In my bed, I've got a Rowlet, a Mimikyu, a Darumaka, a Totodile, shoot. Pincurchin, obviously. Oh no. I know I have more. I don't remember them all. There's also a funny Dragonite, but he's not in my desk. He's at my or he's not in my bed. He's on a desk behind me. I think my model's G435. G435. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, you have the other light speeds. I see. I love Dragonite. I actually don't like Dragonite that much. The reason I have the Dragonite plushies is because my partner found a really awful looking one, and he was like, you'll like this. And he was right. I do like it a lot. He sucks. He's awful, and I love him a lot. Okay. That's 5 o'clock. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I forgot, this is what we actually did today. I just ended up finishing it in an hour and a half. Thank you all so much for joining. I hope this was somewhat informative. the bits that were on topic. Once again, thank you so much to XP Pen, our sponsor for this stream. We have an awesome selection of digital art tablets for both beginners and advanced artists, so if you're looking for an affordable and reliable digital tablet, go browse their store. You'll find the link in the description of this video. Thanks so much, XP Pen, for sponsoring one more time. And if you're new here, don't know too much about the channel, don't know too much about us, hey, wingcanvas.com. We are, wrong one, wingcanvas.com. We are not just a YouTube channel, we are also an art studio. We have classes. Winter term has just started up. My mentorship class is full, but we have Josh, who's going to be teaching another mentorship that has just opened up. So if you're interested in learning that topic, that is there. And I also have a digital art class that runs on Saturdays that is not full. So if you're interested in that, be sure to check that out. If you like the file that you see in front of you, you can download a JPEG of it on the Discord, _Discord. If you want to pop over there, you can get demos after the live streams. You can get, you could chat with other art nerds, hang out, submit things for the beginnings of streams. That's all there for you, but you know what else? Become a Patreon member, then you can also chat with us. We have members chats exclusive on the Discord, and there are also critique days and whatnot that you can participate in if you become a member. So check those out, and maybe I'll see you there epically. All right, next week. Oh, actually, let's see if there's a weekday stream because we've started doing those now. Huh, okay. Well, on Sunday, we have Iggy, who is going to be redrawing his own art. So tomorrow, you'll be joining Iggy over there. And then I believe... No, I'm not sure. Do we know what's going to be happening next week, Saturday? I don't. It's not me, though. You will most likely have, I believe it's Faye. You will have Faye next week, Saturday, if I am not mistaken. But yes, be sure to vote to check out what, I think the older's between Sans Undertale and Club Penguin right now. That's amazing. But anyway, yeah, you'll have Iggy tomorrow. And next week you'll probably have Faye. But yes, thank you all so much for joining me. And I'll see y'all in a couple weeks. Au revoir. Bye-bye.